Remember the early internet? It was wild, messy, and everything was just a click away. If you wanted a movie or a song, you could find it, legality optional. Then streaming arrived, promising to clean up the chaos. Netflix led the charge one subscription, endless content, all legal. It felt like we'd finally solved entertainment, but that golden age was a mirage. The real goal was to hook us on convenience, not to build a paradise. Companies spent billions to lure us in, knowing they'd tighten the screws later. The dream was simple: pay a small fee, get everything. We ditched cable, bragged about it, and binged like pioneers. But it was just bait. The companies weren't making money, they were burning it. Once streaming became essential, the plan changed. The walls went up. Libraries shrank as every company launched its own service. The unified library we loved was dismantled, piece by piece, by the very people who sold it to us. The streaming utopia was never meant to last. Enter the streaming wars. Every media giant wanted their own Netflix, so they pulled their content and launched new services. Suddenly, you needed a dozen subscriptions to watch your favorite shows. What was once simple became a confusing, expensive mess. Want The Mandalorian? Disney Plus? Stranger Things? Netflix? The Boys? Amazon Prime? Shows jump between services, turning your watch list into a scavenger hunt. The convenience of streaming evaporated, replaced by the same channel surfing we hated about cable. And then came the ads. Remember when paying meant no ads? That's gone. Cheaper ad-supported tiers arrived, but ad-free prices soared. Now, even paid services force ads on you, often for their own shows. User interfaces push algorithmic junk, not what you want. Shows are canceled or vanish entirely, sometimes as tax write-offs. You're not just renting access, you're paying to have your favorites held hostage. The race to the bottom is over, and we're all stuck in the mud. Let's break down what streaming really costs us, beyond just dollars. 10 years ago, Netflix was just $8 a month, one account, endless options, and no headaches. Now, if you want an ad-free lineup, you're staring at $50, $60, or even more each month, just to keep up. We're juggling passwords, switching between apps, and trying to remember which show is on which service. The bills pile up and the apps get clunkier every year. Each subscription seems affordable on its own, but together, they become a financial monster, eating away at your budget. It's like death by 1,000 digital cuts, small charges that add up fast. And somehow the value keeps shrinking. Less content, more restrictions. Shrinkflation isn't just for candy bars. Streaming libraries are getting smaller, but prices keep rising. We get more ads, less content, and the constant fear that our favorite show will just disappear overnight. More ads, less content, sound familiar? And the risk your favorite show vanishes without warning is all too real. We're paying premium prices, but getting a bargain bin experience. Companies say price hikes are for original content, but most of it feels like forgettable filler, shows you'll never watch or even remember. The dream of a curated library is gone. Now it's just a fire hose of content, designed to keep you subscribed, not satisfied. The value proposition has flipped. Now we pay more, but get less, and everyone feels it. When streaming gets too expensive and complicated, people opt out. Hello, piracy. For years, legal streaming beat piracy by being easier and safer. Now, the tables have turned. Piracy offers what streaming once promised, everything in one place. No ads, no fees. The user experience is often better. Find what you want, watch when you want, no fear of deletion. Piracy isn't just for techies anymore. It's going mainstream. People aren't pirating out of malice. They feel cheated. The deal changed, and they're reacting. When following the rules means higher prices and worse service, breaking them looks rational. The industry is repeating old mistakes, trying to fix a service problem with legal threats. Piracy's rise is a market correction, a vote of no confidence in streaming. It's not moral decay. It's a signal that the industry pushed too far. The pirates are offering the service people actually want. How did we get here? Look at who owns Hollywood now. It's not just old studios. It's telecom's tech giants and private equity. These aren't storytellers. They're financial engineers. Private equity buys studios, slashes costs, and squeezes out profit. Creativity be damned. The result? Fewer risks, more sequels, and endless reality TV. MGM's decline is a perfect example. Legendary studio, gutted for profit. Now decisions are made by distant executives terrified of anything new. Tech giants see studios as tools to sell phones or subscriptions, not as creative hubs. The art is secondary. Synergy is everything. Hollywood is now a content factory wide as an ocean, shallow as a puddle. The soul of the industry is being drained for quarterly gains. This decay isn't just in movies and TV, it's everywhere. Cory Doctorow calls it enshittification. Platforms start good, then squeeze users and creators for profit. Spotify built a great service but pays artists pennies while spending millions on celebrity podcasts. In gaming, you don't own your games anymore, just licenses that can vanish. Publishers push subscriptions, microtransactions, and unfinished games. Even cars aren't safe. BMW tried to charge monthly for heated seats you already owned. The future they want? Nothing is truly yours. Everything is a service you rent forever. Even digital movies you buy can disappear if licensing changes. Sony pulled hundreds of purchased shows from PlayStation libraries. The promise of digital ownership was a lie. Now, only physical copies or pirated files are truly yours. The legal options offer only the illusion of ownership. We're all just tenants in our own digital lives. This obsession with profit has a real human cost. Creative jobs are being hollowed out. Writers, artists, and composers are the first to go. The 2023 strikes weren't just about pay. They were about survival in a gig economy threatened by AI. Studios cut budgets, favoring cheap reality TV and endless sequels. The result? A creative monoculture. Safe, bland, and forgettable. Visual effects artists, composers, and actors all suffer from shrinking opportunities and pay. The magic on screen is made by overworked, underpaid people. We get movies assembled by committee, shows canceled mid-story, and products designed to keep us subscribed, not delighted. The artistry and risk-taking that made Hollywood great are being replaced by cold corporate calculus. The audience experience is worse, and everyone in the system feels it. This isn't just a Hollywood problem, it's the whole internet. The same corporate logic has made the web less fun, less open, and more annoying. Every site bombards you with cookie banners, pop-ups, autoplay ads, and endless slideshows. The web is now about data harvesting and ad revenue, not sharing information. Search results are clogged with spam and AI-generated junk. Social media feeds are filled with ads and suggested content, not your friends' posts. Even basic software now demands subscriptions for features that used to be free. The internet feels less like a library, more like a high-pressure flea market. The core issue, endless growth trumps user experience. Companies squeeze more ads, more data, and more money from us, degrading the service. Streaming's brokenness is just one symptom of a much bigger digital disease. The pursuit of profit is ruining the online world for everyone. Let's break down why paying more for streaming often gets you less, and why piracy is on the rise. In 2025, global piracy rates have surged by over 30% as streaming services fragment and prices climb. Many viewers feel forced to choose between paying for multiple subscriptions or turning to illegal sources. Compare the experiences. Piracy offers a single app, no ads, and permanent downloads. Legal streaming means juggling logins, region locks, rising fees, and the risk your favorite show disappears overnight. The legal market punishes loyal customers with higher prices and more restrictions, while pirates get simplicity and reliability. It's no wonder many see piracy as the rational choice. Why is this happening? As studios chase profits, they split content across exclusive platforms, introduce ads, and hike prices. Consumers are left frustrated, and piracy fills the gap. The industry's response? More restrictions, not better service. But history shows that fighting piracy with legal threats rarely works. Improving value does. So what can you do? Compare services before subscribing. Use free trials wisely. Consider sharing plans with family, and always check if a show is available on a service you already pay for. Remember, piracy is a symptom, not the cause. The real solution is for the industry to offer better value, fair pricing, and a user-friendly experience. If nothing changes, streaming will keep splintering and piracy will keep growing. The choice is clear: build a better product or lose your audience. The real question: do we want an open, user-focused internet or a maze of expensive corporate toll roads? Right now, only the pirates are offering a free map. But the future of streaming and the web depends on whether companies start putting users first again.